Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be playing with the Norvina palette. I know I do show this palette in almost every single one of my videos, especially just for the sake of this shade, but I really want to play with some other shades in this palette. I only ever played with this palette once. I did swatch all of them, that I never actually put all of them on my eyelids, except for the base shade, which you guys already know. But I really just want to create a colorful look with this. I think I want to try something with the purples and maybe the shades down here. I'm not too sure yet. I do have to go out tonight. I don't want to do something that's too over the top. But so I'm going to be playing with that palette, and I'm also going to be using some of the products that I put in my Project Pan video. If you guys would like to see that video, I will have it linked up above and also down in the description box. But I figured, why not start using the products now, obviously, so I can get my use out of them and get them out of my collection. Yeah, if you guys want to see this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So for starters, I already have my eyebrows done. I did my eyebrows a little bit softer today, just because I don't really want to have extremely bold eyebrows like I normally do. Anywho, for the base for my eyes, I'm just going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade Light, and I'm just going to start plopping this all over my lid. Taking my beauty sponge. So for my eyes, I don't know if I'm going to set my eyes because I want them to be a little bit tacky, because there are some shimmery shades up on the top row that I think I'm going to use. But I think for starters, I'm going to go in with the shade Eccentric and start putting this in my crease. And I'm going to use my Alamar fluffy brush. This doesn't have a name on it, but it's just the one that I got in the BoxyCharm. I truly forgot how pigmented these shadows were. Help if I would play with the palette a little bit more. Now I'm going to jump into the shade right here, which is called Volatile, and I'm going to start smoking out my outer V. I'm going to blend these two shades together. Vanessa is over here waving at me, so if you're wondering why I'm laughing, that is why. I'm just going to go back in with that same brush, and I'm not picking up any more eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go in with this dark shade on the end, which is called Drama. This is like a dark purple. I'm going to try without spraying my brush. Just going to start placing this in the outer section of the eye. I'm just going to take that fluffy brush again with nothing on there and really work out this line right here. But it's definitely turning into a smoky eye. Next, I'm going to jump into this shade right here, which is called Celestial, or Celestial, however you pronounce it. I'm going to start placing this on the inner portion of my eye. The thing I love about this palette is these eyeshadows work really well without spraying your brush. I mean, I'm sure if I sprayed my brush it would be a lot more pigmented, but overall, just laying it down on its own, it's still very, very pretty, very pigmented. Okay, so the last shade that I'm going to use on my eye is, I'm going to use this one right here, which is called Rose Gold. And I'm just going to place this right in the inner space. Oh, look how pretty that is. And I'm going to start working it in with that dark purple shade that we used. And I'm also going to bring it in with that purple. For my brow bone, I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Dreamer, and I'm just taking a tiny bit of it. I'm going to run that right on my brow bone. Okay, so now that the top lids are done, I'm going to start working on my complexion. Foundation that I'm going to be using is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Foundation, and I am in the shade Light Medium Neutral. I do want to make a full video on this foundation just because I've never really purchased a high-end foundation like this one. I always stick to like my drugstore foundations, but definitely has replaced some of my drugstore foundations. And so I'm just going to speed through this part of the video because you guys have seen me apply my foundation thousands of times. For concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and mine is in the shade Light Neutral. And again, since I want to make a video about these, I'm just going to speed through this process because I want to do like a really like full in-depth video about my concealer and foundation. So okay, so to start setting my under eyes, I'm going to use the LA Colors face powder. Again, the back is off of this, so I have no idea what the actual name of it is, but I'm just going to start packing this right over my concealer. My contour, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Coloricon contouring palette, and I am just going to take my e.l.f. small stippling brush Now I'm just going to go in with the same palette, but I'm going to go in on the other side. And I'm going to take this highlighting powder and just really work it underneath my eye. To bronze up my skin, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Coloricon bronzer, and this is in the shade Bikini Contest, and I just use my big BMX 130 pointed blush brush by Moda Pro. I'm just going to bronze up my skin a little bit more. On my forehead. For blush today, I'm going to be using the Studio Makeup Loose Blush. This is the Luminous Loose Blush. I don't really like this blush, but we're going to use it. Hopefully it's not a big fail. I'm going to dab this right on my cheeks and blend it in. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe I was just over-exaggerating. So for highlight, I'm using the same highlight that I use every single day. This is the LA Colors Strobing Illuminating Powder. This is in the shade Champagne. And I'm just going to give myself a bit of a glow. Okay, so moving on to lips, I'm going to use my Revlon Colorstay lip liner, and this is in the shade Natural. This doesn't really come up, but I like using a lip liner when I use like bullet lipsticks because I just find that it stays better. Usually with a liquid lipstick it dries and you don't really have to use a lip liner. Well, I personally don't, but I guess you can tell. For lipstick today, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Bare It All lipstick. It's just this pretty, like, brown nude shade. Okay, so now that the rest of my face is done, I'm going to start working on the bottom lash line. I'm going to go into this color right here, which is called Soul, and I'm going to buff this in on my lower lash line. This one piece of hair, like, doesn't want to move out of my way. Thank you, sir. And it's back. Can you guys see this little piece of hair? I don't get it. And for my inner corner, I'm going to go back in with the shade Dreamer. This is the same shade that I used on my brow bone. And I'm just going to tap this right in here. Such a pretty shade. Now for mascara, I'm once again using my all-time favorite mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm just going to apply a couple coats. So that is it, you guys, for this makeup tutorial. I definitely do love this Norvina palette. I'm going to have to play with it a lot more. I completely forgot about how the rest of these shades worked because usually I only use this palette for the base shade. I didn't even use this shade in the video today. So I will be playing with this palette a little bit more, the formula of the palette, and I love how the colors are so vibrant. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I always have the link at the end of the video, and of course the big red subscribe button down below. So don't forget to make sure your push notification bell is on so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye!